Hello everybody, I am Rakesh Yadav, Maths faculty related to Sandipani Higher Secondary School Rajoda, and we are discussing class 10th related chapter 5th, class 12th related chapter 5th, that is continuity and differentiability, and it is NCERT exercise 5.6. The topic is if x and y are connected parametrically by the given equations. Without eliminating the parameter, we have to find dy by dx here, and here x and y are separately mentioned in parameters theta. So x is equal to a in bracket cos theta plus theta sin theta, and y is equal to a in bracket sin theta minus theta cos theta. So here a is constant and both are the functions of parameter theta, we can say. So with respect to theta, we have to differentiate this. Basically we have to find dy by dx, but for this, first of all, it is function of theta and that is also function of theta only. That's why x and y we have to differentiate with respect to theta. So on differentiating, in solution we have to mention, on differentiating with respect to theta, dx by d theta, dx by the d theta is equal to a is constant which is taken out, d by d theta of cos theta means differentiation of cos theta with respect to theta plus differentiation with respect to theta of theta sin theta, and this bracket is now closed. Now dx by d theta is equal to a, we have to differentiate cos theta with respect to theta. So differentiation of cos theta with respect to theta is minus sin theta it is. So we have to write here minus sin theta, but here it is, there are two functions of theta. It is first function and this one is second function. So we have to apply the product formula here by taking it first and second function respectively. This is first and this one is second. So first function into differentiation of second plus second into differentiation of first. This will be applicable here. So now dx by d theta is equal to a in bracket minus sin theta plus differentiation of sin theta with respect to theta will be cos theta. So it will be theta cos theta, and afterwards here it is differentiation of theta with respect to theta is 1 only. So it will be sin theta alone, because sin theta into 1 is sin theta only. So this negative sin theta and positive sin theta will be cancelled out. So the final result for dx by d theta will be a theta cos theta. This is the final result for dx by d theta. Now we have to differentiate this y with respect to theta. So on differentiating with respect to theta, dy by d theta is equal to a is constant which is taken out. Now we have to differentiate sin theta with respect to theta, and then minus differentiation of theta cos theta with respect to theta only. Here also product will be applicable. So this will be the first function and this one will be the second function. So dy by d theta is equal to a differentiation of sin theta with respect to theta is cos theta minus, here bracket is required because here it is positive sign, that's why we have not mentioned it in bracket, but in case of negative sign we have to apply the bracket here first of all. So it will be first function into differentiation of second means cos theta with respect to theta plus second function into differentiation of first means d by d theta of theta, and then big bracket will be closed. Now dy by d theta is equal to a. It is cos theta, that will be as it is, but differentiation of cos theta will become minus sin theta. So it will be minus theta and then it will be minus sin theta. So we may write here minus theta sin theta. And here it is differentiation of theta with respect to theta will be 1. So 1 into cos theta is cos theta only. And then this bracket is closed. Now this minus sign will be multiplied inside. So this will become dy by d theta is equal to a, and in bracket cos theta, minus into minus will be plus theta sin theta, and afterwards this minus will be multiplied by this positive sign. So this will become minus cos theta. Now this bracket is closed. This positive cos theta and negative cos theta will be cancelled out. So dy by d theta is equal to a theta sin theta. Now what we have to find? We have to find dy by dx. So for finding dy by dx, what we have to do? Dy by dx is equal to dy by d theta upon dx by d theta. Now we have to put these values which we have got. This is dx by d theta and this one is dy by d theta. In numerator there is dy by d theta. So we have to put this value a theta sin theta. A theta sin theta upon dx by d theta value is a theta cos theta. So it will be a theta cos theta. Now a will be cancelled, theta will be cancelled. Dy by dx is equal to tan theta. So this is only the answer which is our requirement. We have to find dy by dx only. So this question number 10th is now over. Now see this question number 11th, it is separate. It is not mentioned in that particular part which up to 10th we have done. In that case we have to bring the answer in the form of parameters only, but here it is in the form of y and x. Here parameter is t. सो दिस इज़ द वेरिएशन. अभी तक हम जो करते थे उसमें हम थीटा या टी या इसके फॉर्म में पैरामीटर्स के फॉर्म में आंसर लाते थे, लेकिन इसमें अपने को वाई और एक्स के फॉर्म में ही आंसर लाना है और टी पैरामीटर्स को यहाँ पर एलिमिनेट कर दिया गया है. इससे पहले जितने भी क्वेश्चंस किए थे उसमें अपन ने पैरामीटर को एलिमिनेट नहीं किया था. ये सबसे अलग बात है इस क्वेश्चन की, तो इसलिए इस क्वेश्चन को उस हेडिंग से डिफरेंट रखा है. The question is, if x is equal to in root a raised to the power sin inverse t and y is equal to in root a raised to the power cos inverse t, and we have to show that dy by dx is equal to minus y by x. So first of all, on squaring, both sides, what we get? X square is equal to a raised to the power sin inverse t and y square is equal to a raised to the power cos inverse t. Why we have done so? Because this we have done for eliminating this root first of all. So on squaring, this root will be eliminated from both the parts. Now we can take log here. So why we are taking log? Because it is in the exponent form. यहाँ हम log क्यों ले रहे हैं? क्योंकि ये एक्सपोनेंट फॉर्म में है, अदरवाइज ये क्वेश्चन बहुत टफ हो जाएगा. तो ये चूंकि एक्सपोनेंट फॉर्म में है तो इसलिए हम इसको log लेकर के करेंगे. तो ऑन टेकिंग log इन बोथ केसेस, in both cases. So now what it will become? Log x square is equal to log a raised to the power sin inverse t and log y square is equal to log a raised to the power cos inverse t. So by this what we got? What we get? 2 log x, because n log m, we can write log m raised to the power n as n log m. Here also log m raised to the power n, we can write n log m. So it will become sin inverse t log a, and here it will become 2 log y. In place of and you may stretch this line here. 2 log y is equal to cos inverse t log a. Now on differentiating with respect to t, on differentiating with respect to t, remember this thing, why we are differentiating it with respect to t, because both are the function of t only. So on differentiating with respect to t, and here also on differentiating with respect to t. So now this will become 2 upon x dx by dt. I think so that you can dx by dt, you can understand this, because differentiation of log x is 1 by x, here it is 2. So 2 into 1 by x, that is 2 by x, and differentiation of x with respect to t is dx by dt. So here it will become now log a, which is constant, upon root 1 minus t square, because differentiation of sin inverse t is 1 upon root 1 minus t square. Now we may write dx by dt as x log a upon 2 root 1 minus t square. You can better understand this. It is the denominator of LHS, it will be shifted in numerator, and it is the numerator of LHS, it will be shifted in denominator of RHS. So it will be x log a upon 2 root 1 minus t square. Now see here, on differentiating with respect to t, it will become 2 upon y, and then dy by dt, similarly as we have done in case of dx by dt, and here this will become log a upon root 1 minus t square, but here it is minus. Why is it so? Because differentiation of cos inverse t is minus 1 upon root 1 minus t square. This you should have to remember. Don't neglect this sign, minus sign. So now we may write dy by dt, that will be equal to minus y log a upon 2 root 1 minus t square. Now what we have to find? We have to find dy by dx. So for finding dy by dx, we have to apply one formula, dy by dx is equal to dy by dt upon dx by dt. So dy by dx is equal to, see what is dy by dt? It is minus y log a upon root 1 minus t square, and value of dx by dt is x log a upon root 1 minus t square. So we can understand in a very proper manner that denominator of both the parts are same. So this will be cancelled, and here log a and log a will be cancelled in the numerator of numerator and denominator, and now the remaining part is dy by dx is equal to minus y by x. See what we have to prove. This only we have to prove, that dy by dx is equal to minus y by x. So we may write here LHS is equal to RHS, and then hence proved. This part is over.